If you are into training and movement, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Guys, like and comment because it helps out the channel and it allows me to keep putting up these videos for you guys. So ladies, gentlemen, and my often forgotten, but not by me, ski ergs. Today, we are going to be looking at a lower body mobility flow. You're not going to need any equipment for this one, so let's get right into it. Okay team, the first order of business for today is going to be starting with your feet together, and you are going to take 5 steps, 5 pivots out to the side like so. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should be in parallel here, and then you're just going to turn your feet out a tiny little bit. This is going to be your setup, your home position for today. We are going to drop down into a lunge on one leg. There are a few different options I have in store for you guys on this one. Number 1, if you cannot go down into a flat foot Cossack squat while keeping your whole foot flat, you are simply going to start lowering down until your heel naturally wants to lift off the floor, and you're going to see if you can lower yourself down all the way. If you struggle with that variation, you can lower down, start to reach for the floor, and as your heel comes off, you're using your hands here for support. Once you are down here, if you can, once again, you're going to go into your flat foot Cossack. Otherwise, you're going to stay with your heel slightly off the floor, and you can have your hands down here as well for support. If you can, go without the hands. The idea is we want to start internally and externally rotating our femur inside of the hip socket, and we're going to do this 8 times. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and from here we're going to try and keep our hips nice and low, and we're going to swap sides. I'm crunching my mic in my pocket. Lovely. So once we are on the other side now, we're going to repeat the same thing. Once again, you can have your heel off the floor here. For now, we want to be working the straight leg. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we will come up. Shake the legs out, and we are going to get back down there, and we're going to be working on the bent leg. If you have knee problems, you can use your hands throughout this whole flow. Make sure that you're not going into any super intense feelings of pain, and get cleared by a physio before trying any of this stuff if you have knee problems. Okay, let's find our home again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slight turn out, and down we go. Now from here, we have all of our options again, hands on the floor, heels off the floor. What I would like you to do is, using the elbow that's closest to the bent leg, you're going to start prying that knee open. And you're going to do this 8 times, 4, 5. Try and use your glutes as well to actively help the opening of this leg. Once you've done 8, you're going to stay on the same foot, and if you struggle to do a flat foot Cossack, you're going to roll forward and backwards here just to get some movement and motion in the ankle. If you can flat foot Cossack, you're just going to do this actively without your hands on the floor. You're going to do 8 of these as well. Completely lost count. I reckon that's about it. Keep the hips nice and low. Swap sides. And we're going to use the elbow to pry open the knee. Actively use your glutes to help. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, that's 9, yeah, it's one too many. Okay, and using the ankle roll now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And from here, use your hands if you need to, and come up. Okay team, we're gonna drop back down into our Cossack or side lunge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, turn out, and we are dropping down. Okay, this time, regardless of whether we can flat foot Cossack, we are going to shift our weight forward, knee goes forward, and we are going to rotate our femur externally, and that should lead us into a lunge position. Options here of using the hands to support you as you do this. You must internally rotate the straight leg and roll onto the ball of the foot, and you should be in a lunge position here. Hands can be on the floor for support. Alternatively, you can try to do this without your hands. So internally rotate the straight leg, roll onto the big toe and the ball of the foot, bend the back leg if you need to, and you should be in your lunge. From here, you're going to reverse that motion. Again, options of using the hands on the floor. And then you're going to do the opposite. You're going to think of adducting the leg or turning it in. The straight leg should start sliding towards you because you're going to be turning your hips. And again, if you need to use the hands for support here, you will use the hands. From this position, you're going to shift your weight over to the front foot and find your lunge. Once again, option to use the hands on the floor at all times. So turn, hands on the floor, keep the hands on the floor, turn, and then for the switch, just walk your hands into the lunge, turn, all the way, walk your hands into the lunge, and so on and so forth. I'm going to do a few reps without using the hands on the floor so you can see here. Try and find the checkpoints, find balance, roll onto the foot, use this leg to push down into the floor and the bent leg to lift a bit. Find your lunge here. Think of opening the hips here, keep your torso upright, and time. You are going to do between 2 and 6 transitions backwards and forwards in this low gait flow. This should create a lot of movement inside of your hips, your femur, even your feet as they roll to give you balance and stability. The lunging forwards is also stimulating the strength in your legs and your stability and balance as you transition forward into the lunge. Okay team, I'm going to do a final set here with you guys, and I'm going to do 2 transitions using my hands and 2 transitions without using my hands. So let's set this up, feet together, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, slight turn out. Dropping down, using the hands, lifting the heel if you cannot keep it flat. From here, try and lean your knee forward a little bit, internally rotate the straight leg, feel the big toe wanting to touch the floor, and then lean forward, lean the body forward here. Use your hands and turn into your lunge. You should feel quite a deep stretch here at the front of the hip flexors, and the more upright you keep your body or push it, the more you will feel it. Walk the hands back round, all the way, slide this leg back as the hips square, and you can bend this knee forward now as you go into the transition. Keep the hands on the floor for support. And turn. Slide the front foot back. Walk the hands forward. And reset. I'm going to do 2 more reps now without the hands so you can have a look. So use your internal rotation here or adduction of the femur and ground that front leg, the straight leg's heel, ground it down on the floor for balance. And start start to shift your weight forward. Strength on both legs, body upright, turn, roll this foot, keep turning, slide the foot. It does help to have a slidey surface for the front foot, so socks on wooden floor is recommended. We nearly lost it. Transition, try and keep the hips low on the transition. And finish. So team, as we know and as I've mentioned multiple times before, your body responds to the activity that you do or that you don't do. So if you don't do any movement, your body will become really good at not moving. This routine is quite a nice one to do on a regular basis so that you get a little bit of motion inside of your hips and also start working the inner thighs and the strength in your legs, your stability in your knees. You're working your ankle joint as well. Your toes are requiring movement here. This is all part of lubricating and maintaining your joints in a good working order, making sure that the synovial fluid inside of your joint is being stimulated and moving around so that your joints don't seize up and tighten up from lack of use. As always guys, like and comment because it really helps the channel out and it allows me to keep putting up these videos for you guys. There are other videos for you to go through in the movement training playlist. I'm going to put some links up on the screen somewhere, so do check those out. If you enjoyed this one, I'm sure you will like some of the other videos. Once again, for all your minimalist barefoot training shoe needs, guys, check out Vivo Barefoot. They've given me that discount for you guys. I think it's something like 10% off. It's my name in caps, so get in there and check them out. That is all I have for you guys today. I will see you on the next one.